What's going on, everybody? This is Brandon, Blackwell Epic Analysis. Me and Ryan Small, we're going to be giving you guys another weekly outlook. So here I'm actually starting with Gbp Jpy. As you guys can see, I'm on the weekly chart. All right, so remember, a higher the time frame, stronger the confirmation. That's really how you can identify the trend really better. So here, as you can see, GJ has been pushing down into a downtrend. You see, starting with this high, it's been creating lower highs and lower lows, as you can see right here. Lower low print. Lower low print. Let's see. Lower low here. Another print here. All right, and then pretty much where it's at right here. This is the low. All right, and as you can see, I drew up this demand zone. Last time price was in this zone was last year of August, just like we're in August now. So about August 23rd is when price pushed into the zone and then shot up and into an uptrend. So I'm expecting some rejection similar to that. All right, so I work my way down to the daily. We see it's giving us these pins, all right, which is a good sign that reversal, price exhaustion. All right, you see on the RSI, it's oversold. Okay, so that's also a good sign that we should be expecting some type of pullback, either a trend reversal completely or at least a pullback to the upside. So let me go to the 4 hour. The 4 hour here, you see we have three touches in the zone. Just keep rejecting it. Here you got a strong push, strong hammer right here. It pushed up, came back down and retested the zone. So I like to use, for more confirmation, I like to use my intraday daily prints. You can see price came down, is basically retesting the prior day low, this print here. All right, so it's a prior day low and it's respecting this zone. So if price respects this zone, right, and not break below this hammer here pretty much, I can see it pushing back up. So let me show you. Also with the Bollinger Bands, price is at the bottom band. All right, so we just use that for more confirmation. It's price action over anything, but sometimes, you know, you can use certain indicators, certain things like this to actually give you more confirmation. All right, so I drew this horizontal line here. Let me get this off my chart real quick so you guys can see it better. All right, so price pushed up here. This is the last time price actually pushed up and pulled away. This is about 42.5, 42.4 area. 142.5, 142.4. So if we get a push away from this zone, I'm expecting price to come back towards 142. Hold up. All right, so I'm expecting price. We might get a pullback to start the week, all right, somewhere down here, but I'm still expecting price to push through. Definitely come to at least 141.5. All right, that can be the first take profit, and then I'm expecting price to push through back towards 142 at least. All right, if it breaks through here. But this area up here at 142.4, 142.5, that's pretty much a break or bounce area. All right, if we get a break through this level, all right, if price breaks through and closes above, then we can see something like this. All right, a breakthrough, a close. We always look for that retest before entering if we miss the breakout. So look for a retest, and then you can take it higher. All right. But of course, the bear scenario will be with this. If price pulls down and literally breaks beneath this hammer right here, close above and gives you that like impulsive bearish move, then you know that this trade is invalid. All right. But right now, I'm liking what I'm seeing to give us more upside. All right. So that's Gbp Jpy. Let me show you guys Euro AUD. Euro AUD, of course, if you guys been watching us in our Telegram, seeing our other weekly markups, this is a pair we've been messing with for the past pretty much month or so. All right. And as you can see, going to daily, price broke out of this consolidation zone that we've been waiting for. So it gave us that strong push out here. All right. Let me get rid of this fib. Gave us the strong breakout. And just like always, we always expect a pullback. Right? Price broke out with this bearish engulfing, pulled back and retested the breakout box, the consolidation around 1573. Okay. And then what it do? It created a little bearish flag, and then it broke through. So now it's starting to break through my trend line. All right, it broke through my trend line now. So I'm expecting EA. We should get a small pullback. I'm not expecting anything too heavy. I definitely don't expect price to break above this flag here, which is 568 area. So we can see price probably give us a 50% retracement, maybe somewhere towards 565, 566 area, somewhere in that range. All right, and then we expect this to go back down towards 55 and lower. Okay, so if we can go to the higher time frame. This big drop is coming. Eventually, we're going to get this move all the way back down to 5.3, maybe even the low 5.29, 5.28. All right, 5.29 area. So we're going to get that move, but it's going to take patience. As you can see, we had to have patience, but the move has been playing out. So let's see how many pips that is on the swing. Right here. So from where we're at currently to 5.5, which is where my first TP really would be at, about 5.5. It's about 130 pips. All right. Now, if you take this all the way down here, so over 300 plus pip setup right there, waiting to happen. But it's going to take patience, proper risk management. All right. So simple. 0 Aud. Now, Gbp and Zd. This is also another one that we've been pretty much playing with. As you can see, it's on the move. Huge supply zone up here on the weekly. We got all these bearish rejections, huge rejections in this zone. So we're getting that trend reversal. Remember, these zones is pretty much the bank levels. So price normally respects strong supply and demand zones. All right. So work our way down to the daily. You can see price came here, created this double top after the breakout. After the breakout from the zone, price broke out here. Strong bearish breakout here. And I always tell people, once you get that strong bearish impulsive move, with this had barely any pullbacks. You always get that correction. So it gave us a correction, pretty much created a lower high, then created a double top right here, rejected away. All right. Came up here, pulled back, gave us a flag right here. Pretty much gave us this pullback here, broke through it. It broke all the way through here, gave us a strong bearish rejection after the shooting star and pulled right back up. All right. Into basically retested. It retested the break of this zone. And what it's doing now is pulling back again. So we might get, I still expect us to get a pullback. You always get that type of correction. So Jen, I'm expecting it. I don't expect it to really come all the way back up here to retest. I'm saying somewhere around here, maybe 933 area, if that, but really just wait for that flag. Just wait for that flag. You see, you never know how big a flag or how big or small a flag is going to be. You just got to let it play out, all right, and start looking for your positions. But that's why you take proper risk management, all right? Don't focus on a perfect entry. Focus on money management. Once you shift your focus to money management and having the right proper lot sizes with your account, then you'll be able to trade risk. Pretty much with no stress. All right, because it's all about probability. But I'm looking to take this all the way back down here. I'm looking for GN to break the low of here and come all the way back down here. All right, so that's a nice move there. Okay, so that's GN. So be on the lookout. We're gonna keep you guys updated in the chat, and I'm gonna give it over to Ryan Small so he can show you guys the pairs he's looking at.
Quick, just going to go over about 3 different pairs. I wanted to start off with EuroCAD. So I posted it in the Telegram on EuroCAD, I think late last week, and I was spotting it out, clear downtrend, prices making lower lows and lower highs. If you guys can see, first lower high right here, lower low, pulled up, lower high, lower low, lower high. So at the end of the day, all you had to do was draw a trend line and connect each lower high point. So starting from the first lower high and then connect it to the second point and then draw it out into the future. So overall, I had this Fibonacci retracement from this high to this low. And then price pulled down and it hit our take profits. -27 and -61 got hit. And now price is making a rejection up. So currently, our new Fibonacci retracement would be from the previous lower high to now the overall lows, which would be here, down here. So right now, you can see price is bouncing from the 38.2. Let's just go down to the 4-hour real quick. So let me delete this real quick. Okay, yeah, so I had price coming up towards this area around 153, where the 61.8 retracement aligns, and also the trend line aligns. So I had it originally coming around this area, but last week price rejected from this support area right here, and then now it's looking like it could potentially pull back up and retest. So overall, these highs right here around 150 are going to be key. If price breaks these highs, then it's coming up to this trend line 61.8 retracement. However, if price fails to break these highs, then we're probably just going to see price decline from here or around this area. But for me, ideally, I would like to see price pull up to this trend line 61.8 region, and it also aligns with this previous lower low. So ideally, I would like to see price do that, and then you can look to take it back down and make new lows. So if it could pull up towards around here, and then from there, shoot back down to the downside, which should be around 200, 300 pips, I believe. Yep, about 275 pips. If you could catch this right. Price has potential to break the 61 and it goes to the 78 or 88. I don't really see that happening with this pair because it moves a little slower than other pairs, other Euro pairs. But the 61.8, 153 towards 150.50 would be my nice possible selling region. And then we're going to take it back down towards at least 147 to 146 support. All right, so let's go into the next pair. So Euro Jpy, I've been talking about this pair for a couple of weeks. As you guys can see, we haven't got a clear retracement just yet. But if you look over to the left, you can see price made significant support areas around here. So I have price overall. I used to have price going all the way up to 128, which it can still do. But I wouldn't be surprised if it didn't make that deep of a retracement. So we can possibly see price pull up towards the bottom of this zone or right in the zone area, and I believe that aligns with the 38.2. So around 127.3 to 127.5 area. And then also it would retest these lows right here with these witch rejections. And then from there, I would look to sell it. So I'm not saying once it gets to 127 to sell it. You more so have to wait for a few 4-hour candles to close, see if it can, hold at resistance. Because if price breaks through 127, 127.3 area, then more than likely it's going to come up to 128. And ideally, I would like price to pull up to 128 more so than 127 because where Euro Jpy, you usually get, like I said, 200 to 400 pip moves. So price found support at 124, and then it already broke through 126. So now I could see it potentially pulling up towards 127, 128. Ideally 128. But if price were to pull up to this 127, 38.2 resistance, then I would look to sell it here, and I would just have like a tighter stop loss right above 128 area. Okay, so that's my thoughts on Euro Jpy. Just for a recap on Euro Jpy, I wouldn't jump the gun on that one. I would kind of wait and be patient for that. So even when price pulls up to 127, I wouldn't sell it right away. Be patient, wait for a few 4-hour candles, wait for Tuesday, Wednesday. And then if it's still in that area, then it might be a good possible sell, just to let you guys know. All right, and so in the last pair, Gbp Aud, been stalking this pair for over a month. Last week I said price was going to pull up towards the 61.8 or in this same supply zone. As you can see, price pulled up and it made a new lower high. So let's just delete this to clear up the charts because pretty much price played out like I said it would. So now GBP AUD is for sure going to the downside, looking for it to at least meet the lows or break the lows right here where the previous lower low is at. So price right here, it made a new lower high. So this right here would be a new lower high. So if you're still in anywhere on GBP AUD around 176, you probably can hold it down to where it's coming down to at least, let me find. It's coming down to break these lows right here. So it's coming down to at least 172.7. It could potentially pull down a little bit and then retrace back up before dropping all the way down. But overall, if you look at this, you can see my overall take profit is around 172 support. So that's from drawing my fib from this previous lower high to now to this lower low. So now we got a new lower high. So now we're looking for price to make a new overall, a lower low, breaking these lows. And as you can see, if you just go back to the weekly chart and just see the bearish momentum of this thing, you guys can see bearish shooting star. This candle right here looked like it may have gave some type of rejection. Price pulled up, but the buyers didn't have enough momentum to sustain within the week. So probably early in the week, the bulls came out with this wick, but to end the week, it closed very bearish. So that's why you got this long wick, which will close in a shooting star type candlestick. And if you notice, with shooting stars, they usually bring more bearish momentum, especially if you can spot them on higher time frames. So if you can spot a shooting star on the weekly, like I did right here, it led to this drop. Even though the candles didn't close down here, price still dropped to these lows. So you could have took profit. And then overall, it just gave us another retracement to the highs, gave us another opportunity to sell. And now it's going to drop back below these lows. So overall, GBP AUD, if you guys haven't got in yet, I wouldn't just look to sell it blatantly. You would need to wait for a retracement on this thing to sell it because it moves tons of pips very quickly. And overall, I see a lot of bearish momentum. But because it's dropped so much, we could still expect a pullback. So you don't just want to jump the gun in it and jump in. So overall, price could potentially pull down where I have the support line at. So if you look to the what happened? So if you look to the left, right here, price pulled down and found support right here and then pulled up. So when price pulled back down, this was a key support and it just got broken. So now when it pulls back up, this could be a new support before price makes a rejection back to the upside. And then overall, we're looking for bearish opportunities. I'm just saying right now price is at 174. Price could pull down towards 174, 173.8 support. Pull back up maybe towards like 175. And then from there, if it finds resistance and makes a new lower high, then from there it may drop from like that. Just to give you guys different scenarios because it's not always going to move how you may think or how you may want the market to move. Sometimes you just have to take what the market gives you and be patient. So overall, that's my thoughts on GBP AUD. Overall, I see it coming back down towards 172 long term. This week, I would look for a retracement before entering. If it could pull back towards 175 or this 38.2, this would be a perfect selling region. Or even if it could pull back towards this previous support to the left of this lower low and hit this blue line, that would be a much deeper retracement. But like I said, this could potentially happen. So when you guys do enter, don't go all big at right when you enter. You know, you always want to make sure you use proper risk management. That way, if it does give you a deeper retracement, you're not in margin trouble, and you'll be able to at least add another position if it does do something like that. So overall, that's probably the end of this weekly breakdown. If you guys have any questions, leave the comments on YouTube. Send us messages on Instagram, Epic Analysis. You can follow me and Brandon on Instagram. Our Instagram handle should be on the Telegram chat. Our Telegram is Epic Analysis.